Hello and welcome back to Square One Games. My name is Exonovit, here to show you how to get another unlock from the Surge. This one's called Big Sister. We have to defeat the Big Sister 1/3. So you can actually find the Big Sister boss in Central Production B. I'm showing you right here the shortcut to be able to get to her super quick. Now keep in mind, this is not the first time that you're at Central Production B. Remember, the first time you come here, you're fighting the Firebug enemy. Then you go to the biolabs and all that stuff, and then you come back. You have to climb that big tower type structure, and then you're able to open up that shortcut, and boom, you're able to find Big Sister. Now keep in mind right here, when you fall off of this platform, see how I kind of fell on that back platform and then down to the main platform? You will take damage if you run off of that top platform too quick. You'll take probably 30 to 40 damage depending on your stats and your armor. So just make sure you fall on that back platform first and then fall down to the main platform. Now you really don't have to worry about too much here. If you keep your back, you see where my back is now, back here where this back platform is, you're kind of limiting their attacks, and what I'm talking about is the claws. So right now they're doing that kind of that quick dash at me, that quick attack. That's really what you'll have to worry about as long as you stay at the back of the map. Now you see right there, that claw on the right did that smash. That's because I walked up a little bit. You see what I'm saying? By walking up a little bit, you are basically saying, hey, hit me with the 3 smash attack, right? You don't want that. So make sure that you hug this back platform as much as possible, and you'll be able to kind of avoid that. This is the main attack. Like I said, the quick dash attack with the claws. Make sure that you are ready to just do a jumping R1 just like that to be able to take those out. Don't get too greedy on those, because you do have to worry about the laser as well, which I'll talk about in a second. That's going to be coming at you probably every 8 to 10 seconds. You're going to have to worry about that thing. See how it went forward and now it's coming back? It does track you. So wherever you're standing, when it decides to make its second pass, it's where it's going to be coming to get you at. So all you have to do is make sure you move. So anytime you see the laser come out, you cannot dash enough, okay, to avoid it. Just keep dashing left to right and you'll be fine. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind too, and I wasn't able to talk about this because this is going so fast, make sure that when you take out the first claw, that you do not use a consecutive attack. Like, you're not spamming a button, because let's say you got a 3-hit combo coming up on the claw and the first one kills it, and you're still in the second and third animation of that combo. The second claw, the one that's still living, is going to try to hit you real fast, and you're always going to take damage. So just make sure that you kind of time it out. I think for me it took 5 hits per claw with the weapon that I had, and then I was able to take it down. So knowing that that 5th hit was going to kill the one of the claws, I just made sure that I was doing like a jumping R1 or a regular R1 attack, and I only did it once so that I wasn't going to be kind of froze in some weird animation for the second claw to hit me. Now right here, this is kind of a big trick to this area. The game wants you to go ahead and push up to this second platform, and the problem with that is of course there's all these welding tools up there, right, that can kill you. Plus, once you take out one side, the floor is going to become electrified on one side, and you still got the laser going on. So while there's still a pattern to it, and it's actually not as difficult as you might think, it is kind of an arena where you can die pretty quick, because this enemy does pretty good damage on you. So what you can do is just use these steps, and all I'm doing is just not pushing up. There's an imaginary line, and you'll get used to this as you practice it, but there's an imaginary line. It's probably in this, like if you look at the floor there's tiles. It's probably in the second tile area of that second platform. If you get up in that area, the stairs will pull up behind you, and you'll be locked into that second platform. So you just want to kind of stay away from that. You can see that I'm getting pretty close to it now, but I'm not crossing that line. And all I'm doing is waiting for these enemies or these welding tools to attack me. You notice too that I switch weapons. I find that a quicker weapon here works best, because the attack patterns are pretty quick with these enemies. So I keep calling them enemies. Welding tools, welding machines, you guys know what I'm talking about. So you just want to make sure that you're ready to take them out with a really quick weapon. I find the claws work really good. Notice with the second set, the first set of these welding tools, I really didn't have that much of a problem. I just kind of did a circle strafe motion and was able to take them out. The second set though, you do have to kind of walk forward, wait for them to attack, and then you have to back dash. And you got to do it because you got to be quick enough to come back and be able to hit them. Otherwise you're going to miss every time. and that's how you can kind of get through that. Now what you want to do at this point of the game is go ahead and push forward. Now when you push forward from the steps to the boss, make sure that you do it when the boss is shooting the laser at you, and you just want to kind of dodge the laser. If you don't do that, the enemy will attack you with her whole body, and it's going to do probably, I don't know, 60 to 80 points of damage, and it can pretty much set you up for failure when you get here, because then all she's got to do is hit you once before you heal and you're dead. You want to take out that back structure, cut those cables. That's going to limit her from some of her attacks. And the magic spot to this area is kind of where you see me at right now, or I guess where I was before she picked. Right now, see where I'm standing at right now, really close to her body against that back rail. That's the spot where she can't hit you. Okay, there are going to be times where she may hit you based on because this camera is really tricky here. It's kind of hard to tell depth sometimes in this fight. So if you're pushed up too full or too much in the front of this little area here, she may grab you. But you'll see, as she may hit you too. But if you notice, what I do is I always put my guard up. I put my block up. That way I'm guaranteed not to take as much damage. And you'll see me, I'll get on a pattern here in a second. See, when she does this, I put my guard up, she misses me. Now I'm swinging and I'm missing there because I normally don't use claw weapons in this game, or at least I didn't to this point. I'm starting to use them a bit more now. And because I just used them in the second part of this fight, I didn't have my distance correct, because obviously they swing differently than this big weapon. But I eventually find my range here in a second, and you'll see me get on a pretty cool pattern. I'm just dodging to the right, hitting Big Sister, getting over here, blocking, waiting, does the slash, I swing. I don't know why, but sometimes you don't get any damage, and I think it's because of the way that Big Sister has her arms crossed. See right there, she has them crossed vertically. And I think coming up right here, she crosses them horizontally. So I think if she has them crossed horizontally and you swing vertically, she blocks it. So I think you have to kind of swing in the same pattern that you see her arms in. I think that's the trick, because every time I swing when I'm on the other side, like right now, they're going to be vertical and I get damaged. So that's my only assumption there. And that's pretty much it. Once you get on that pattern, you're good to go. You can see I got no health left, but it's not a big deal. I don't even think I came into this fight with six injectables, just 3, and I was able to get through it no problem. So once you get on that pattern, shouldn't have any problem taking her down. Like I said, the biggest part of that to me is that step method, because you can die there pretty quick. Make sure you stay on those steps and, you know, kind of keep controlling the fight, and you guys should be good. That's going to be enough to get you the trophy, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. You guys be good.